And I just said, listen to your body, listen to your spirit, listen to your feeling. But we're back and we're here to make some Christmas cookies. And you, ma'am, no. You already know that you can't start jumping on me because you know that I've gone live. So, no. No to you, no to you, no. Okay. So, we are going to. Ooh, okay. Yeah, I think let's start with. Although, there's a couple of cookies I want to try to make because it's also my birthday soon and I want to mail out. No, but not yet. Okay, that's for another day. And then Coach Bites, we'll come back to those. Where's our holiday cookies? Coach Bite, Coach Bite, Coach Bite, Coach Bite. Okay, Christmas cookie. We need our chocolate crinkle cookie. We have some of our recipes, but not all of our recipes. Okay, let's see. We're gonna do the pistachio wreath cookies. We're gonna do the protein sprinkle cookies. We are gonna skip for now the Grinch cookies. We have chocolate orange crinkle cookies. And we have chocolate crinkle cookies. I have oranges, so let's go for chocolate orange crinkle cookies. And then we can always make regular crinkle if we want to. And then we have our brown butter pistachio cookies. And I think that should work because I want to try to make a Christmas cookie box. A few little cookie boxes for like my neighbors and friends and whatnot and people in the office and whatnot. Okay, so let me pull the recipes we're going to work on today. And wait, what's this? No. Cereal. Okay, no, this is something else. I don't know what recipe this is, but we're going to set it aside. Okay. So many recipes. Okay. So, for today, let's start. We have to, a lot of these need to like chill in the fridge. So let's work on those first. Let's do our chocolate orange crinkle cookies first because I haven't made those yet. So let's start with that first. We're gonna need butter, sugar, orange zest, eggs, vanilla extract, orange extract, Dutch processed cocoa powder, all-purpose flour, baking powder, salt. Hi, Stella. Hope you're doing well. Okay, let me grab things. Let's grab things. We've got to grab things. We've got our butter. We are going to use granulated sugar. We're going to have our orange zest. We need our eggies. We need cocoa powder. We need flour. We need baking powder. We need salt. Vanilla extract, orange extract. Vanilla extract. Do I have orange? I have lemon. I have coconut. I have orange! Yay, I did have it. I was at the store the other day and I was like, did I already get this already? Am I just going to be getting a second one? Because I do that sometimes. Okay, so we're going to wash our orange very quickly before we zest it. Wipe it down a tad bit. Hello. Oh, thank you. Thank you. The bangs are new. The bangs are new. I had a photo shoot recently and I had a wig made. And she has bangs. I was doing a Sabrina Carpenter look. And then I was obsessed. Like, oh my God, look at me with my bangs. I look so cute. And then I was at my hairstylist getting my hair done. And I was showing him the pictures. And I was like, I can't pull off bangs, can I? And he said, yeah, you can. Watch. So, yeah, this is like my first time ever in my life. Well, because I have curly hair. Like, I have to, like, flat iron this and, like, use a roller. And, like, I have to work this out. I have to, like, straighten my Puerto Rican hair. But it's so cute, right? It's so cute. Okay. Sorry, I was touching my hair. Let me wash my hands. Okay, great. So, let's measure out our ingredients. So, today, we are doing a cookie-thon. Because ideally, by the end of our session today, I'll have, so I already have strawberry protein cookie dough in the fridge. I might do a little and just like swap out one of these and put one of those into the cookie box because that's going to be one of the cookies that's available next year. So that's smart. So yeah, I think we're going to do a strawberry cookie that's already in the fridge. These chocolate orange crinkle cookies that we're going to mix now. Then we have the almond sprinkle cookies. Basically, I want to work on all the cookie doughs that need to go in the fridge and like hang out. And so that's basically what we're doing now. It's just like mixing dough. We're not going to be baking any cookies yet, but that's yet. Right now, we're mixing cookie dough. So we're going to start with our chocolate orange crinkle cookies. So I made chocolate crinkle cookies for the first time last week, and I had some dough left over, so I baked this last night. So we're going to basically be mixing cookie dough for this, but with orange notes mixed into it. I made a cocoa-themed cake for Dia de los Muertos that was chocolate and orange, and my best friend loved it. They said that they really loved chocolate and orange together. So since I'm going to see them and their family for Christmas, I figured part of the cookie box should have chocolate orange crinkle cookies in honor of them. And I'm going to get a hair tie because my hair keeps falling out. I'll be right back. Okay. Sorry about that. I don't want to keep playing with my hair trying to get it out the way. Okay, great. So, let's weigh out our ingredients. And then I'm pretty sure usually the zest gets mixed with the sugar. So we'll just zest the orange over the portioned out sugar. So let's portion out our ingredients. So I have our scale. Great. I have our scale. Oh, the light. The light. Everything's going out on me. All right. Well, we're going to let that be. Okay. We're going to get 2 eggs. Eggies. Then we need 115, so 115 grams, 115 of unsalted butter. And we have some already opened Kerrygold. Let's see how much. That's 158. This is closer, and then we'll add on to it. And what I like to do is portion out the butter into small portions because that way it gets softer faster. Hi! Hello, Nicolas. Hello, everybody. Good morning. Happy Sunday. I'm almost on winter break for work. I still work tomorrow and Tuesday, but then after that, I'm on PTO till January because in January, when everybody else comes back from winter break, everybody that's on winter break right now, because a lot of the people that I work with and for are already on winter break. When they come back, I'll be going home to Puerto Rico for my birthday. So with all that time off back to back, starting Wednesday, I'm off till January 19th. I'm so excited. But that means that till I go to Puerto Rico, we get to go live every day and bake, which is what I'm going to try to do. There are days that like my battery is just a little light on capabilities. My spoons are light if you're a spoons person. And sometimes I just have to focus on like, okay, I really want to go live today, but like I need to do laundry and like I need energy to do laundry. And when I go live, I like to be able to be chatty and like, there's been a couple times that I've gone live. Like a couple weeks ago, I had to process like a disappointment. And I remember last week going live and like, I was just kind of going through the motions a little bit because I just didn't want to be chatty because I was sad. My heart was broken. But now that we've processed our feelings, it's a little easier to just be like, okay, let's just chit chat, see how everybody's doing. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? All right, so we have 115. Perfect. That's what we need. Oh, no, 113. 113. That means we need a little bit more butter. Okay, perfect. And again, we're using Kerrygold unsalted butter, which I got on sale recently and I stocked up. So always look out for butter sales and stock up. It's something that you can pop in the freezer if you have to. Okay. We have our butter. Now we need 200 grams of our granulated sugar. Here. 197. 199, 200. And again, granulated sugar. Okay. We have our 2 eggs. Let's go ahead and get those cracked. 1 eggie. Set it aside. 2nd eggie. Oh, did I get shell in there? Don't see it. Don't see any shell. Okay. All right. Now, let's see what else we need. We have our butter. We have our sugar. We're going to zest orange in a bit. We have our 2 eggs. We need 1 teaspoon vanilla, 1/4 teaspoon orange. So we have, this is our teaspoon. The 1/4. We need 65 grams of our cocoa powder. We can weigh that out. Okay, let's get our extract first. Might as well get it out the way. Okay, we need 1/4 orange. Orange. And 1 teaspoon vanilla. Ooh, that orange smells so good. It reminds me of Cointreau. Okay. So our vanilla. Put these away. Awesome. Set that aside. Okay. So now we need 65 grams of our Dutch process cocoa powder. 65 grams. 17. 39. We need 65. 52. 59. 64. 'kay. We're using Ghirardelli Majestic cocoa powder. We go this way. Okay. Then we need baking powder, 1 teaspoon. One teaspoon. 1 teaspoon. Baking powder. And then we need half of salt. Okay. All right. And then last but not least, we need flour. And we're going to use King Arthur all-purpose flour. We need 180 grams. 180 grams. Ooh, 180. Okay, great. Now we have all of our ingredients portioned out. We need to zest the orange. And it wants 2 teaspoons worth of zest. So let's and what we're gonna want to do is mix it with the orange. I mean with the salt. I mean with the sugar. Yeah. Ooh, this smells good. I'm gonna have to squeeze this out into some fresh orange juice also, because it smells so good. Ooh, sense memory is such a funny thing. Many, many years ago, I worked at a gym that had a juice bar. I used to love the opening shift because part of it was setting up the juice bar for the morning. And then there would be like somebody that would come and like work the juice bar shift. But I would set it up in the morning and I would make myself fresh squeezed orange juice. And it just really, there's like no smell like it. Like it's just, oof. It just wakes you up. It makes you feel happy. Like, it's just, ooh. Ooh. Tana Mojo, ooh. Let's see what we got. What do we got so far? So that's about a little more than half of an orange. We're almost there. Yeah, I think the whole orange should do it. There we go. Ooh, I wish you could smell this. Ooh, hello, everybody. Okay, we're going to set her aside. You can hang out right there. All right, great. And then we're gonna take the rest of this orange, beautiful orange zest. Take it out of here, put it in there. Okay, great. Okay, awesome. Now, I'm gonna turn the heater on. Okay, great. I need towels. Okay, so now we're gonna take the sugar and the orange zest and we're gonna mix this together. And what you want is all the oils from the orange zest to really mix in there with the orange. I mean with the sugar. I like using a chopstick for it. It says to do it with your fingers, but I've got nails. So we use a chopstick and just kind of mush it around. Mush it around. Make sure it's nice and mixed. Just like so. Ta-da! So now we have our orange sugar. Okay. Okay, we need to melt the butter. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna need to bring our handy dandy mixer out. Oh, forgot to wash the bowl. I was mixing cookies last night. Forgot to wash the bowl. Okay. Oh. Thankfully, I left it soaking, so it was easy to clean. All right. So now we're going to take our orange sugar, which is the granulated sugar and the orange zest all mixed together. And then we're going to use our whisk. You want to do it in like 5 to 10 second bursts, because if not, it'll just like pop in the microwave and you'll end up with half of your butter on the roof, on the like inside of your microwave. This needs like 5 more seconds. Now we're going to take our melted butter. Make sure it's all melted. Melted. Okay. Okay, great. Now we're going to whisk this together. So while this is mixing, we're going to take into our dry bowl, we have our flour, we have our baking powder, we have our salt, and our cocoa powder. And I'm going to mix these together. But first, we're going to add one of our eggs in. And then our second egg in. And our vanilla and orange extracts. Okay, great. We're going to set that aside for a second. And then our dry mix needs to be mixed together. Where is my little whisk? Where's my whisk? Where's my whisk? Where is it? Okay, let's use this one. All right, so here we have our flour, our baking powder, our salt, and our cocoa powder. And we're going to mix this very gently, just to make sure it's all well incorporated. Okay, so this is our dry mix. And then this lovely mix, we're just going to give it one quick, make sure that we're scraping the bowl. Okay, now that's been mixed well. Now we're going to add in our, where is she? Okay, I'm going to use this one. It's not my favorite spatula, but it's dirty. My favorite is dirty. Okay, so we're going to take our dry mix, pour it into our wet. Flour likes to get stuck, so I tap it out. Okay. And now we're going to fold it together. Just like so. And so it's going to be this recipe. At this stage, the dough is going to be almost like batter-like. It'll almost be like a brownie batter more than like a cookie dough, but it needs to set. So we're just going to mix it well, like that. Folding it together. Okay, great. And then some parchment paper. I usually go for plastic wrap at this stage, but for this dough, we're going to use our parchment paper here first. And again, it's not going to feel like a cookie dough, like a traditional cookie dough that has like a little bit more density. This is almost going to feel like a brownie batter, but that's where it's supposed to be right now. It needs to go in the fridge for at least 3 to 4 hours, ideally overnight. This is probably going to be an overnighter. What I think I'm going to do is mix all the cookie doughs today and get everybody in the fridge, and then give myself the rest of the day to do deep cleaning, because today is winter solstice. And so I want to try to do a seasonal deep clean of the apartment once I'm done mixing cookie doughs, because I want to go into the new week and into the new season with a clean apartment, so that I can focus on all the amazing projects that I'm working on right now during the winter break. Because even though I'll be on PTO, I will not be just sitting around with my feet up. I'm going to be working on a few different projects. I'm in the process of writing and producing my first short horror film. I'm so excited. The outline is done. It's a very low dialogue film, this one, because I have two in mind actually, but there's one that I want to get done first. And now I have like some good people on board. The last thing I need to do is lock in a cinematographer, but there's a local person on the scene that was recommended to me, and I reached out to them, and they said, let me finish this project that I have going on this weekend, and I'll get back to you. And I said, yes, darling, no rush. Once I can lock in a cinematographer, then we can lock in a production schedule for February of next year. So that's one of the projects that I'm working on. And then the other one is that I'm in the process of building out a micro bakery with a focus on protein goodies, specifically protein cookies. And so I need to finish getting my permits, my food handling certification, and all of that, so that I can register with the county officially. And I already have the website. I've been building out the website. I need to finish building out the website. But ideally, that's the other thing that's ready by February of next year, is that we'll have a micro bakery. But here is our chocolate crinkle cookie dough that's going to go into the fridge. So, right there. Okay, so before I go down the rabbit hole of mixing a third cookie dough, I need to clear out this sink, which means I need to clear out the dishwasher, which is why I've been clearing out the drying rack. But that's not riveting content. So, I'm gonna just take a pause from the live for now and do a little bit of cleaning, but I'll be back more than likely later on today to keep mixing some cookie dough, and then we'll bake them either tonight or tomorrow. So if you haven't subscribed, this is a great time to hit subscribe. I'm MeMeCherry. I like to go live. I bake. Sometimes I work on little rhinestone projects. I rhinestone some Labubus. I've been thinking about ordering one more box and rhinestoning some more Labubus. So if any of that is up your alley, I also have a podcast. So if any of that is up your alley, please feel free to hit subscribe. I'll be back. I hope to see you soon. And if I don't see you again, I hope you have a great life. Bye.